everyone. Welcome back to Pop It. It's a pop culture game show. It's like Around the Horn on ESPN, but about pop culture. So maybe that helps you. Tonight, it is boys, boys, boys. To quote, who's saying that? Lady Gaga or Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight by ABBA? It is. The men are here tonight, and I'm really excited because these topics are kind of juicy. So you know what happens. 5 topics, 30 seconds. I got my timer right here, but my phone's on low battery. So we put it on max battery so it doesn't close out on me. And let's take it from the top. Charli, XCX. Me and James know her. I'm sure Snotty and Christian were like, who dat? Anywho, Charli got into a Twitter war with a Twitter stan who said, Charli girl, don't love the music. And Charli had a lot of things to say. The big thing being that she called the fan the C word, which I, as American, can't say. If I was British, I would totally say it for all of you. Did Charli make some points, or does she peer pressed? Is she standing up for herself? What was your takeaway, James? I'm gonna start with you because I feel like you knew the tea the best out of the boys. So your 30 seconds starts now.
So I don't know. I can kind of see it both ways. I think that it was kind of a little bit of a reach, like kind of going a little bit too far. But then I can see like how artists can get frustrated when they put their like hard work into something, and then the fans kind of just like go online to like dog it. And honestly, like I listened to the song. The song isn't like as great as her older music, but I like it. I think it's a good step in like a new direction, and I like that she's dancing, and I'm like that she's happy with herself now.
That's the time. Beautifully said. Snotty, what about you? I feel like you would get into a fight with someone on social media and call them the C word. So is this something that maybe you do often?
I try not to anymore because it kind of builds more stress on you in the long run. But like, of course she's pressed. The dude brought up her age. You know what I mean? There's a reason. There's a saying, don't ask a woman her age, and like she did make some good points. Like, you have to evolve in any avenue, and with that you're going to enjoy different eras. And that's just your opinion. Like, the only person who didn't evolve in music is AC/DC, and that's because like they kept dying as soon as they got used to the music, you know what I mean? And can you imagine being that dude's vocal box? It's like the Pepsi box the garbage man forgot,
I gave you extra time because the second I heard you say, I was waiting for, because you're like, she evolved, and I was like, oh, who is he about to slam? Did not expect AC/DC. So sorry out there to the AC/DCers. They're probably going to be really pressed in the comments. So look out for those Twitter messages to you, Snotty. Christian, I'm excited to hear your takeaway about this. Is Charli XCX on the X marks the treasure, or did she miss the treasure? Is she not even on the boat?
It's interesting. You're absolutely right. I had no idea who this was, but that's okay because I did know the song. And the song is good. I don't know why it sounds like every other song that's on the radio right now anyway. I don't know why people are complaining. Music is subjective. Charli should not have really called her fan that, but also at the same time, I didn't know this Charli person, but her and I are quite, seems like we're quite the same, because I've thrown that word around once or twice in my life. So look, I get it. So maybe I should start listening to her music. Maybe I'll become a fan. She lost one, she'll gain another.
Oh, I love that. That's an extra point for that. That's really funny. One thing, so the fan called her, she's still mother. That's actually a compliment. And I didn't even know that. I had to do a little research, but apparently that is Stan Twitter's way of saying, like, she's like a mom to me. She's like a powerful woman I respect, which I don't know. I could see how, if you didn't know what that meant, it seems ageist, right? It seems like you're trying to slam her. But I don't know, girl, stay off Twitter. Your new music is a bop. It's a banger. I've been playing it. Like, I'm like, ooh. And, these fans who want the old music, I got to be honest, some of her old music sounded like pots and pans in the kitchen. It was like clang, 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 clang. And it's like, listen, does that mean it's experimental, or does it make me hungry? Probably the latter. Moving on to a Hunger Games situation. NBC announces an extreme survival kind of like rival show. It's going to be called $1 Million Island, and basically 50 people are going to spend 50 days, or 100 people spending 50 days on an island And there's $1 million, which apparently is not going to be set for inflation, ironically. So they're going to have to forge friendships and alliances to plot to stay on this remote desert island. So this is pretty crazy, but big money at stake. So A, are you going to watch? B, would you do it? And C, if you did it, how far do you think you'd make it of this? Christian, we're going to start with you on this one.
First off, no, I'm not going to watch this. But I, back in the day, I did watch Survivor. Back when it used to be, I think, good. Now they're always doing Survivor All-Star. You know why? Because the old Survivor always used to be so much better than it is now. So they're always having to bring back people from when I was watching back in 2002. Which is fine. But yes, I would go on Survivor or this $1 million island, and I would win. Absolutely, I would win. 100 versus 100 people, 99 versus 1, I would absolutely win. I am the best at manipulating and forging relationships that I care absolutely nothing about.
That's your time. Wow, humble. And 2, I'm hoping that our forged relationship is actually genuine. I'm now a little concerned that
don't worry about it.
You're using me for my very minimum clout. So you're trying to get access to my 5,000 TikTok followers, aren't you? I see right through you, Christian. Snotty.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not too bad. You know, I'm apparently a little funny, but not too much. Snotty, you look like someone who'd be abandoned on an island. What do you think about this challenge?
Well, so normally Survivor is just like you have to survive yourself. Now I have to like survive with other people. So this is the one time my autistic tendencies wouldn't be an advantage. You know what I mean? So, and 2, like I'm a ginger, so I'm dead day 2. Day 2, I'm dead. All right. And 3, like it's only $1 million, and you have to spread it out amongst all the winners. And you get these little friendship bracelets, and if you get voted off, like that's your $10,000 goes to like your best friend or whatever. And it's like, bro, if you win, we're splitting that $10,000, bro. All right. I spent 50 days on this freaking island for what? I can't even buy a freaking Sunfire. And then if I win the $1 million, cut 20 ways, it's like $50,000. I can't even buy a foreclosed
That's your
house.
time.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I got it. You are right. You would be crispy as heck on day 2. You would look like a lobster rolled out of the ocean on that beach. Oh yeah, poor ginger. I like the image though that you presented, this idea of like, I'm gonna give my bracelet to Tiffany, and bitch, you're gonna give me that money when you win. James, what about you? How would you fare on this money grabbing island?
Well, first, like I have a hard time remembering like contestants. Like 100 contestants is like a lot. Like I had a hard time remembering like the top 12 on American Idol, so I can barely like remember. I don't think I would able to like remember 100 different people. So I think that make it like complicated. But for as far as like surviving, like I need like my next door neighbor to come kill spiders for me. I don't think that I would fare very well on an island because that's not me. I don't do nature all like that, the outdoors, the rain, the snow, none of it.
I like the idea you're on the island, they're like, for a $10,000 bracelet, kill this spider, and you're just like, have your you're just like, no. They're like survive outside a tent for one night in the cold. Nope, there's the bracelet for James. I love that. I'm intrigued. I might watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love kooky reality shows, and this might be kooky. You know, I'm the person who watched Love is Blind season 2, you know, and they have that new show called The Ultimatum, with the ultimatum and the relationships coming out. Like, that stuff intrigues me. It's the sociologist in me. So I might watch, depending on where it streams. If it's on Peacock, I'm not gonna watch it because who the hell is Peacock? Moving on. This might be my favorite topic of the night. So Madonna is directing her own biopic, which I don't know ethically how we feel about that. However, in order to star as Madonna herself, you go through 11-hour dance sessions. You have to do acting auditions, singing auditions. You have to like interview with Madonna. Is this too much? Is this, you know, does Madonna deserve the right to put these girls through hell and back in order to play Madonna? James, we're going back to you.
I do think it's a little bit much, just because I don't know that but I was really interested in the fact that Sky Fiera is one of the people that's auditioning for this because I actually love her. So I don't know how she would do as far as dancing goes or the acting part of it, but I think that she has a similar drive to Madonna because she financed her own debut album with the money that she made because she didn't like the direction that they were going. So she has a similar drive and she has kind of a similar look to Madonna. So I kind of think that that's an interesting wild card person to be auditioning, but I'm here for it.
That's your time. I don't know. I feel like poor Sky Fiera, she probably did 2 hours of dancing and does she dance? I don't even think she did. I don't know. Sky, call us anytime, Sky. Snotty, clearly you're a huge Madonna fan, so I'm sure you're quite excited about this biopic. What do you think about this whole audition process?
Well, so I've read the syllabus. I've gone through, what it is they're doing, and I call bullshit. This is supposed to show them how to be Madonna. Okay. I didn't see nothing about go to NBA game. All right. If I know Madonna, she's always going on some, big NBA player. And I'm not talking about height here, folks. All right. There's no call gynecologist for vaginal rejuvenation. You know what I mean? We're talking Allen Iverson and Rodman. These are guys that could build a house with the hammers they got hanging there. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You mean Rodman literally?
Yeah, he's literally Rodman. He's a man known for his rod.
Oh my God, I'm learning way too much. I do agree with you. There are certain things that Madonna does, like adopting 40 children and
popping mollies,
trying to constantly show that hey, I'm 60 but I'm sexy. I feel like that has to be part of the audition. So yeah, you're right, things are missing from this challenge. Christian, what about you? Madonna boot camp, is this necessary for the role of Madonna?
What's funny about this whole thing is, I don't know any Madonna songs, but the funniest thing is I'm sure I do know Madonna songs, but the funny thing about it is this reminds me of Black Swan and Whiplash, kind of mixed together. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Madonna is kind of in a chair telling these women, spin faster or dance faster or sing louder or something really scary. And if they don't, she's going to use her long acrylic nails to slash them across the face. I should have gotten Catwoman over Michelle Pfeiffer in the 90s. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel I just feel like she's crazy for this. And who's going to watch this? Let's not watch this. Nobody watched this.
Christian, I gotta add, the fact that she turned down Catwoman that's bad on you, girl. That was a good role. I told Snotty Christian, yeah, she turned it down. Really? Yeah, that's what she said. At least I don't know. Maybe she was on.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it, but
maybe the director said, well, maybe we could cast you, girl, as a way to get her off her back. I don't know. Anywho, we'll call you back, girl. We're not calling her back.
Lose the number, delete it.
What's your number? Oh, 555. Perfect.
Can we swipe left on her yet?
Oh man, I said this to Stoney Christian. There needs to be a VH1 show. There needs to be a Netflix series Making Madonna. I want to see this 11-hour dance session. Can you even have union dancers dance that long? Feels a little illegal, honestly, and I kind of want to see it. Moving on. Speaking of modern day Madonna, Dua Lipa, her classic Levitating. Well, she is slamming to earth over 2 copyrights now. One is by an all-white reggae band. And the other one is from a song I've never heard of, never in my life. But what do we think of all these shenanigans? Who did we end with? We ended with Christian. So Christian, back to you.
I mean, I think inspiration is all part of music for sure, but we hear too often about artists like Olivia Rodrigo or now Dua Lipa, way too close to the original song. And this song was way too close to the original song that she indeed, in fact, back in the day when it came out, said was one of her favorite songs. I think she released a tweet or something about that back in the day when it came out. So clearly, she copped it, and that's really, really annoying. And I don't like when artists do that. I think it's ugly. I think it's gross. Dua Lipa is not ugly or gross, but she is a little more in my eyes now.
That is your time. Snotty, what about you? You are all original all the time, so I'm sure you are aghast at some copyright over here.
Well, when it comes to pop music, like, okay, first off, I thought her name was Dupa Lips, like when I first read it, because I'm dyslexic. Okay. And I was like, her breath must smell with a name like Dupa Lips. Anyway, so back on topic. So pop music is always known for like taking beats from each other and taking like cool licks, like Eminem, Lose Yourself. Beyonce goes ahead and buys her choreography, her vocals, all this stuff. Freaking Kanye went ahead and rapped over Stronger, which is Daft Punk. And he's just saying what Daft Punk already said. And whenever he got an award for it, did he thank him? No, he just said, "I'm awesome." And that's why him and Trump are best friends.
That's your time. Wow, you had a lot of references going on there. It was very impressive. I really must commend you. By the way, what was it? Dupa Lips? That's the drag name. That's like some drag artist out there. Dupa Lips, hands down. James, are you still levitating over this song, or does this song have your foot on the ground? What do you think with this copyright?
See, I don't know. I kind of have a different take. Like, I feel like sometimes like these artists get caught in the middle of these like lawsuits, and I feel bad because I feel like a lot of it comes down to like the writers and like the people who produce the song. Like, they need to be the ones that are like, doing the research, making sure that the song is cleared with the copywriting. And it's kind of just like sucks because like, like she's handed this song and she's like, yeah, this is a banger. I'm going to record this for my album. And then it's like the artist is kind of like the forefront of like the lawsuit. And I don't know, I sometimes think that there's like a lot of similarities in like chord progressions in songs. So like maybe sometimes like it sounds identical, but like there's like little tweaks. And I think chords are like not copyrighted. So like you can use chords.
And that's your time. I got to agree, James. Definitely they're chord simulation. But at the end of the day, like, these I hate when these little bands, little artists come out of the woodwork. They copy the song. Girl, how would they have heard your song? Who is on Spotify like, you know what? I really want a white reggae band. And then you listen to it and you're like, oh, I'm going to copy my hit song right after that one. I just think it's a coincidence. And also, this song's been out for 2 years. You're telling me it took 2 years for you to finally hear that song and be like, bitch stole that white reggae band song. A little suspicious to me. Although I will say they do sound a little similar. Again, I don't know. I feel very mixed about these, but I mean, Dua Lipa has the money. Girl, write him a check, let them get caviar on you, and call it a day. All right. Well,
the TikTok product placement on that.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we have 5 minutes left of the Zoom, so we're gonna zoom through this next section. 30 seconds, your own topic. What's going on? What pop culture moment are you obsessed with? James, back to you.
So I don't know if anyone remembers her, but Fifi Dobson, she was like kind of a big deal on TRL back in 2003. She had the song "Take Me Away" and everything that was on the Perfect Score soundtrack. The Perfect Score was like not a really great movie, but I still did love her. Well, she just released a new song. It's called "Effin' in Love." She released it last Friday. So I just want to throw some shout outs to Fifi Dobson. She's back. She's like kind of doing the emo thing with like Olivia Rodrigo and Willow, and Avril's back. So it kind of feels like the early 2000s again with that pop rock.
Yeah. Loving that. Snotty, you're 30. What's going on?
I find the Ukrainian situation interesting. Their president is my life goals. I can't spell or pronounce his name. But like, he was a comic, he made good points, became a leader, now he's a national star, and I dig that. I do it more through propaganda and murder, more like Putin myself. Another thing is that they're getting rid of Russian Netflix, Russian Pornhub, Russian Tinder. Like, they're gonna have blue balls, dude. And that's why we're gonna have a nuclear winter.
Oh my God. Snotty, you're killing me over here. Christian, close us out. What's on your mind? 30 seconds.
Well, I spent about 6 hours this this weekend in the theater watching The Batman. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Edward Cullen. I mean, the dude from Harry Potter 4. I mean, Robert Pattinson, who is now Bruce Wayne. It was a very, very good movie. I'm a big Batman guy. Shout out Robert Pattinson. Shout out Matt Reeves. And if you're not a Batman fan, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's actually a really cool movie. So yes.
I'm excited about it.
I'm a
it's-
little upset that it's doing well because Robert Pattinson said if it didn't do well, we'd see his dick in porn. So
God damn it. Just show it anyway, Robert. Just show it.
Robert, do
If
the
you
porn.
do it, I'll do it, Robert.
We want the porn, Robert. I don't even care if it's straight porn. I just want to see things, okay?
Him and Zoe Kravitz, maybe in the next
Oh.
movie.
And dude, if Zoe and Robert had a porn scene, I mean,
Oh.
America's brain would just like it's already a small little
that would
wrench
be the
shriveled
first
up.
movie to make 2 billion. 2 billion. It might make a trillion. It might make
Watch
a trillion.
out, Avatar 2. The Robert Pattinson Zoe Kravitz porn is coming.
There should
Oh.
be like a Pornhub channel that is fucking stars. Like that's just
Ooh.
what it's called, and it's just stars having sex with each other.
Yeah, it's called OnlyFans.
Yeah, we'll just add only-
Boom! There you go.
It's called gay Twitter,
There you
girls.
go.
I don't know where you're
Gay
at.
Twitter.
All right.
I'm on straight
What a
Twitter.
spicy round today. We got James at 27 points, Christian at 26 points, Snotty at 30. Boom! Snotty obliterated it. I'm sorry. Vagina rejuvenation, Madonna audition, and Ginger burnt up on the island. And you said a lot of crazy stuff. I'm just trying to highlight some of my favorites. So, Snotty, you came in today ready to play, and you won.
I
you
was
gotta-
real bored at work today.
look here, kids. It's possible to be bored at work and play Pop It. I mean, that's what it does. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Stoney, James, great to have you back. Christian, I feel like you're on here all the time. You're like a parasite, and I can't get rid of you. You know, 'cause
I'm a big winner. I am a big winner.
I think you're a 3-4 time winner. So, Snotty, yeah, you got a little competition. So
I just beat the Jeopardy guy on Pop It.
you kind of did. What's the name of the latest one? Amy? Is it Amy Schneider or something?
What's his name?
Matt Amadio. Oh my God, Christian's the Matt Amadio of Pop It. So Snotty, you got to catch up a little bit, but I think you can do it,
I got one loss. I'm 50% right now.
dude. You're 50. You're 1-1. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching Pop It, and the Zoom's about to close. So peace out. Oh, it's Christian's kitty. Christian, that pussy is on fire. Oh, and
Wow.
sorry, I just had to. Goodbye. Going to hell.